Once upon a time, there were 3 raccoons who lived together in a house of their own. House is actually pretty generous. They lived together in a dumpster. One of them was a little wee raccoon. One of them was a medium-sized raccoon. And one of them was a great big raccoon. They each had a toothbrush for their teeth. A little one for the little wee raccoon. A medium-sized one for the medium-sized raccoon. And a great big brush for the great big raccoon. They also each had a chair to sit in. A little chair for the little wee raccoon. A medium-sized chair for the medium-sized raccoon. And a great big chair for the great big raccoon. They also all had a bed to sleep in. A little bed for the little wee raccoon. A medium-sized bed for the medium-sized raccoon. And a great big bed for the great big raccoon. One day, after they had eaten breakfast and brushed their teeth, they walked out into the parking lot that their dumpster was in so they could go out and collect more garbage for their home, as they were hard-working, well-brought-up raccoons. While they were away, a little girl called Goldilocks, who had been sent on an errand by her mother, passed by the dumpster, and she tried to look over the top. Then she listened for anyone inside, for she was not a well-brought-up little girl. Then, seeing nobody inside, she lifted the lid. If she had been a well-brought-up little girl, she wouldn't have broken into their homes and used their toothbrush. Perhaps she would have been offered a toothbrush of her own, as they were good raccoons, a little rough or so, as raccoons are, but very kind and hospitable. But she was an impatient, rude little girl, and she helped herself. First, she tried the toothbrush of the great big raccoon.
Ugh. This thing is too slimy.
Then, she tried the toothbrush of the middle-sized raccoon.
This thing? That thing is too stinky.
Then, she tried the toothbrush of the little wee raccoon.
Finally, a normal toothbrush. These people live in such a dump.
What exactly were you expecting, Goldilocks? Ugh! So she finished brushing her teeth with a stolen brush because she has no manners and nothing better to do than break into people's homes and act nasty.
Whatever. That climb over the dump seriously pooped me out.
So she sat down in the great big raccoon's chair.
Ugh. This thing is too sticky. Ew.
Then she sat down in the middle-sized raccoon's chair.
Ugh. Ew. I'm pretty sure that was all mold. Ew.
Hey, this is too stinky.
Oh my goodness.
This is so gross.
Disgusting.
But then she sat down in the chair of the little wee raccoon, and that was neither too sticky nor too moldy, but just right. So she seated herself in it, and there she sat until the Goldilocks! Are you okay?
First, give me a hit down
Yeah.
on your bottom.
Oh my goodness. Now I seriously need a rest.
So she laid down in the bed of the great big raccoon.
Ugh. Oh. Ugh. What is this thing, made of sticks?
So she lied down in the bed of the middle-sized raccoon.
Ugh. I actually like my beds not made of wet cardboard. Thank you.
And then she lay down in the bed of the little wee raccoon. And that was neither too hard nor too soft, but just right. Satisfied, after sticking her dirty shoes in every bed in the house, she covered herself up comfortably and lay there until she...
He tucked me in.
What?
Can you tuck me in?
No! No! I'm not an accomplice in this, no! Goldilocks rolled over and fell asleep without being tucked in. By this time, the raccoons had collected plenty of trash, so they came home for lunch. And for cunning, Goldilocks had left the toothpaste out.
Excellent haul today, everybody. Great. What? Somebody's been at my toothbrush.
Somebody's been at my toothbrush.
Somebody's been at my toothbrush, and they bent back all the bristles.
The raccoons were shocked that someone would do something like this, so they kept looking around.
Somebody's been sitting in my chair.
Somebody's been sitting in my chair.
Somebody's been sitting in my chair, and they broke it right in half.
The three raccoons thought they had better make further searches in case it was a burglar. Goldilocks was a lot of things, but tidy wasn't one of them.
Somebody's been sleeping in my bed.
Somebody's been sleeping in my bed.
Somebody's been sleeping in my bed, and here she is still.
Oh, my shoe. What on earth are you doing in our house?
You're crazy, lady, crazy. Seriously, I cannot possibly think of a reason why you would need to brush your teeth in our house.
You know, come to think of it, neither can I. You know, it was a seriously odd thing to do, and I guess I thought I deserved clean teeth, and didn't care how it hurt you. And you know what? I was only thinking about myself. I wasn't thinking about you at all.
Damn, girl, who raised you?
Honestly, you could do with some manners. Actually, more than manners. What you're doing is illegal.
Seriously, there's only one thing left to do now. You will move in with us, and we will teach you manners, and you will learn our raccoony ways.
Okay.
Yeah, you could use a little bit of raccoon fun.
Yeah. Rule number 1. Never use someone's toothbrush unless it's been in the garbage.
And so the three raccoons took in Goldilocks like one of their own. They taught her to say please and thank you, and to always knock before entering someone's home, and how to forage for trash without getting shooed away by homeowners. And they lived happily ever after in their cozy little dumpster.